Hey everybody, how you doing? Kanji's back for a special day, and I probably need to go this way to get more on screen, right? So a special day it is indeed. Today is the finale of Dark Souls Sundays. We've played through the base game, and this is Dark Souls the card game. We played through the base game, Forgotten Path, and this is the other side of the board for Seekers of Humanity that we're going to go through. So we're going to determine who we're going to play. I've put everything together, so this is all three games, the main game with both expansions, clumped all together for this final romp through. And we're going to send this off on the right note. So let's get some information out of the way, and then we could go ahead and get started. So up top, we've got Dark Souls from BGG, and it's rated as an 8.1. So, but it's best played 3-player. I recommend people who are able to do a 3-player, but there's no reason why you can't do it as solo, which is what I'm gonna do. And if you watch the previous streams, you've seen that solo is interesting. So that should be pretty cool. Also, shout out to Michael Kelly from One Stop Co-op Shop for having a great podcast discussion about the board game, which he'll be posting later on, I think either today or sometime next week, I believe. So you can catch that on the One Stop Co-op Shop site. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to the table and watch me down. All right, so here is it in all its splendor and glory. We've got the two bosses that we're going to fight here, which notates by their symbols. We've got the areas that we're going to be going, level 1 encounters, level 2 encounters, and level 3. And we have the bonfire, which we're going to close out right with a lovely Butterfly of Doom. So I've included traps and environment cards. The Ember tokens are here. The Horrid Invader deck is there, so Armor Dennis might show up again and kill me. Don't know, but we'll see. And we've got our bonfire set this here. So if you're saying, okay, well, what comes with every single expansion and the core game? This is it. So you get 8 characters that you can choose from. This game plays up to 4. And 4 is good. I think 3 is the sweet spot, though. So you got your Thief, your Cleric, your Herald, the Sorcerer, the Pyromancer, the Assassin, the Warrior, and the Knight. So, and you can see that their aggro counts match. I feel like there'll be more because there's a 7 missing and there's a 1 missing. So if there's another expansion, I'm sure it'll be 1 aggro and 7 aggro, or however they want to do it. But we're going to go all in on this. So first thing that we have to do for our setup is these lovely Ember cards that we have. We're going to shuffle those into this massive... Yep, this is all the items that you can get in the game. Like, look how thick that is. So, and that's not including transpose items, which is this. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle. I'm just going to place them in. 2, 3, just kind of throwing them in the middle of the deck somewhere. 4 and 5. And then we're going to shuffle these up. We're going to shuffle for some shenanigans. So far it's been a fun playthrough. Dark Souls Sundays was my first Sunday-based game to play, but we've got some surprises if you haven't noticed already in the reminder set of the channel. Is that we've got it's Dark Souls Sundays is morphing into Deep Madness Sundays, and where we're going to play through the Deep Madness campaign together. And I don't know if you've heard of that one yet, but that is more of a campaign-based one, and it is the thing that really got me into it is I watched a movie recently that made me say, I want to play Deep Madness. And so I went, dusted off my shelf of shame, and we're going to play it together. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do this the right way. All right, so we'll shuffle these two. because this deck is immense. This is probably the biggest one. The set only eclipsing the first player encounters, which is also a massive set of cards that we'll have to shuffle because you know I'm going first player first. Not first player, first level encounters first, so I don't have to face. Ooh. Almost lost it. So there we go. All shuffled up. So that's shuffled up. Let's go down. Let's take it. Oh, nope. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta get our invaders. So usually you pick the amount of invaders as you have players. Since it's just me, it was one last time. If you remember Armor Dennis chasing me throughout the Dark Souls world. But this time I'm gonna add 2. So the first one we're gonna have is that guy. And we'll find out who that is in a second. And the second one I'm gonna get is a pineapple-looking creature. Oh, he's upside down. A tombed-looking. So let's see who these are. Armor, Dennis, I hate you so much. Kirk, Knight of Thorn. He sounds like he would be very different. Alright, so Paladin Leroy Jenkins. Well, it's Leroy. So Paladin Leroy is going to be our first invader. As you can see him here. So, and he's got a ability called Stubborn. That doesn't bode well for me. So we'll put him out. And the second one is going to be Pineapple Guy. Probably at the bottom in the... Yep. Xanthus King Jeremiah. That is he. So, Xanthus King Jeremiah and Paladin Leroy. They will be my invaders. Paladin Leroy, you can tell here he goes into the level 3 deck. And Xanthus King Jeremiah goes into the level 2 deck. And you can tell because level 2 has, even though it has the horns, level 3, and let me get close so you can see here. Level 3 has a nice little sword underneath it to let you know it's a level 3 encounter. So we're going to grab the level 3 deck. And put him in the middle, and then shuffle for shenanigans. He has an overhead hammer swing. So invaders are basically, for those who didn't catch the last stream, they're mini bosses. And they go inside the deck, and when they come out, they hurt just as bad as a main boss. They have ability cards just like a main boss, but they're mini bosses, and you get a special thing from them when you beat them, like special armor that comes into your deck. So that would be these two. You are level 2. Here. Shuffle up. That will be shuffled, and I'll shuffle the level 1 deck while we're here. I've added traps and environments effects from Hidden Paths, so this is gonna hurt. So we're just doing base setup before we hop into ye old fun. At least we won't run into Armor Dennis again. I will keep saying his name, as his name should be echoed in the halls of fury forever. Because he hunted me down every time I played and killed me, to where it was a very short Dark Souls Sundays last Sunday. But we won't let it get us. Alright. So there we go. Those are our lovely 2 ones to go. We're all set. Nope. Well, I'll shuffle those as we go, whenever we're about to get into it. Now we select who we start with. The Thief, the Cleric, the Herald, the Sorcerer, the Pyromancer, the Assassin, the Warrior, or the Knight. The Thief has this ability called Lucky Break. Flip this card over to draw 3 cards from your deck. And remember, the decks start off as 28, which is what the Bonfire card says. If this is fuzzy, let me know. So, which is what the Bonfire card says. And we have 5 bonfires, and after that, we lose the game. So, let's see. Thief, draw 3. Cleric, heal one character, heal a character for 1 point, which means I get the bottom card from my discard pile and put it at the bottom of my draw pile. Herald, flip this card over to when you rest. Oh, oops, wrong one. There we go. Herald heals a character for 3, so he's an upgraded cleric. The sorcerer turns your next attack magical. The Pyromancer adds +2 to your damage and makes it a magical attack, so he's an upgraded sorcerer. The Assassin, inflict 1 damage to an enemy card in the same column as this card. This damage ignores the target defense, so it's a free 1-point hitter. The Warrior is basically AoE in a specific row, whichever row you pick. And the Knight blocks 3 damage. So you've seen me play the Pyromancer, the Herald, the Cleric, the Warrior, the Knight. I haven't played the Thief or the Assassin. So, which one to play? Which one to play? And I'm going up against creatures I have no idea who they are, but their ability decks are there. The shop is here with the Remnant of Humanity. So let's see. I'm going to go with the Assassin. That is who my that's who my ally will be. So that means the Knight, the Warrior, Pyromancer, Sorcerer, Herald, Cleric, and Thief. I should tell you how much cards you get with this game. Look at that. That's a lot of cards. We're gonna put these. And he is mine. He gets I get a reference card with him that tells me some information. But I've got my handy dandy reference here that will also give me same information. And we shuffle this up, which is his card deck. I always start them center. So he's going to start center. This is the friendly side, the enemy side. I kind of switched it up. I know before I used to do it the other side around, but for the finale, we say we switch it up, and that should be good. Whoa. Those went fine. Alright, so we've got some good stuff going to happen here. Now remember, I've put the environment and the trap cards in with the level 1, level 2, and level 3 encounters respectively. So that's my deck. I'm going to be going to a level 1 encounter, so might as well just shuffle it now. Because we're going to head to whatever that thing is. Like a creature with its mouth open. Looks hideous. So, shuffle these up. Go integrate them all together. Alright. So, we're going to go here first. And we have the Ashes Garden is where we're headed. Since we're 1 player, there's 1 treasure involved. And we fight 2 level 1 monsters. Well, I fight, yeah. You know what you get it. So there's no trap or environmental effects there. I've already shuffled this. First guy is a cage spider. So if you want to look how to place him, this is where he goes. That's where he attacks. So he'll go there. He hits for 1, but he has 4 health and 1 shield. And the second one is a hollow Varangian Bowman. Gang up. This card inflicts +1 damage for each other card in the same row as it, but it's weak against heavy. This one is weak against skill. What that means is if I have a card that has that type, then I ignore their shield. He does 3 damage, but he has 1 health. So he goes here. Now you see the areas where it hits, so like here and here, you would say, oh, well, you're safe, Canje, because he's not going to hit you. No, that's a lie. If they can't hit here, they hit the person with the highest aggro in this row. If no one is here, and they hit the highest person and aggro with this row. So if it's not an area of effect, which you'll see for sure, I get hit every time. So let me draw my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I start with. I've got an S-Stock, Stamina, an S-Stock, an S-Stock, Dex. This is not that great, but I can kill one of them. So I'm actually going to hang on to this hand. And I say I hang on to the hand because usually you can mulligan if you basically go back. Mulligan. You can go back and say, I don't want this, but you can only do it once per long rest at the bonfire. So I'm going to not do that and take what's coming to me. So 3 damage is coming from this one. As you can see, he has 1 shield. And let's get a little closer. He has 1 shield, which means he blocks for 1. He has 1 health, but he hits for 3. My symbols are precise. It's not skilled. It's not heavy. So their shields would block stuff, but I'm going to kill this guy first because he hits me harder. He hits me for 3. He hits me for 1, so 4 total. So let's start it off in order. He came out first. He hits me for 1. So this is my health, 28. I have 28 health, including these cards. Whenever you get hit, you basically take cards either from your hand or from your deck, and that goes to discard. So I got hit for 1. The kukris are lost, which is sad, because I really could have used those. So then I get hit for 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's how they hit you. I lost some armor. I lost kukris, which would have been great because they're ranged, which means I don't care where, I can stay where I am and kill them. So basically on my turn, I get to do a move and an attack. All right. So let's move. So I'm going to move here in this guy's lane. And because I'm an assassin, if I'm not ranged, I have to be in the same column as them to hit them. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 1 dex, which you see here, the blue, and I have to discard the card. That's what that symbol means. This card means I keep it. This symbol means I keep it. This symbol means I throw it away. So this and a dex to inflict 2 damage to that guy. All right, there's my dex. What ends up happening is he blocks 1, but I still hit him for 1 and kill him. So, and 3 souls go on him. That's how much he gets. And you can see that at the top here, where it says 3 souls. So I'll put him off to the side with 3 souls. And that ends my turn. I draw back up to 6. That can work. That can really work. Okay. And then he attacks me for 1. So I know I need these 2. So I'm just going to ditch that guy. Draw back up to 6. Got some kukris. I'm going to move here. And that I can't attack. Oh, I can attack him. I got range. So I'm going to hit him with the kukris, throw them in his face, and inflict bleed. And you'll see that. Let me pull that up a little closer so you can see, so you don't see me moving fast here. You see this discard? To discard it, it becomes range, so basically I huck it at the guy and inflict bleed on him. And what bleed does is next attack against this card gains +1 damage. So I get +1 when I hit him, and I want that to happen because my S-Stock's discard is 3 damage. So that'll make it 4. He'll block 1, so I gotta see if I can bump it up some more, which I probably can with my ability right here. And the abilities that you have on your card are free to use. You can use them at any time. They don't count as an action. So that's how it goes. So I moved. I threw because they were ranged, it didn't matter where he was. I threw the kukris at him, and I inflicted him with bleed. Then I draw back up my next card. He goes again. He hits me for 1. I'll discard this because I got a plan. And then I'm going to move 1 over. I'm going to hit him with my ability that bypasses, basically backstab, that bypasses his shields. So I hit him for 1. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, I didn't draw. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4 I needed, because if you look on here, yes, if you look on here, you see strength, dex, and then it needs 2 other to discard it to do 3 damage to him. So, he's already inflicted with bleed, which gives me a +1 damage as well, which would make this 4, and he's already hurt. So I throw all this at him. 4 damage coming in because of the bleed. He blocks 1, which is 3, but he already has 1 damage, so he died. And 3 souls fall on him. So I have a total of 6 souls in the bank. And I get a treasure, because that's what the card says I do. So the treasure, we're not going to show what it is, because the only way you can see it is to go to the bonfire. So now I have a choice. I can go to boss monster guy with half a deck of health, but I can go to him, face off against him, and you can see what that monster looks like, and lose whatever this treasure is and 6 souls. So you can use those souls at the store to upgrade 2 for the top row, 5 for the second row. These are ores, so strength or faith, strength or dex, or strength and faith, strength and dex. So the one card that does 2 things is really helpful. I don't know. I'd probably say, I've got half a deck because of those 2. And that dog is in there somewhere. I can make it face against 3. I don't know if you remember that there's this dog in there that when it comes out, another one of that type comes out to hit me. Plus, the invader isn't in this deck. They're in the level 2 and level 3 deck. So I don't have to worry about an invader chasing me down. Drop 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's what I'd have to do to start the fight. All my weapons are pretty much gone. So I'm going to head to the bonfire. And what that means is I take my entire deck, head on back to the bonfire. You're like, well, that's cool. You can come back here later and fight this creature. Well, what's funny enough is when you return to the bonfire, everything respawns. So you have to do it all over again. So this time, you also take the bonfire deck and you move this up to 2, and let's get a better look at that. So it's crackling fires. My hand size goes up to 31, and I gain 1 common treasure. Common treasure is what's up here. So basically that's that. So my deck was 28, and I get to add 3 more cards. I gain 1 common treasure, so we get to look and see what that is. It's a Morian blade. So I hit and I inflict bleed, this is a pretty nice weapon. So that's there. Because we went back to the bonfire, we get those 6 souls, and we get to look at what this is. A Corvian Great Knife. So for intelligence, 2 intelligence and a dex, I can do 3 damage. Or for 1 intelligence, 1 dex, I could discard this and do 3 damage. So that's pretty good. So we're all about intelligence and dex in this, it seems like. Dex is a big thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get some ores to add in to upgrade our deck. So we've got 2, right? We need one more card. So we can say that I'll buy in a dex or intelligence here for 2. So that's the 3 I need, right? So what don't I need? Lots of decks in here. Intelligence seems to be the main thing that I care about. So the S-Stock does 3 damage. It does 2, but the cost is really high. I might hang on to it, but I have to lose something. Basically, your hand has to stay at 31, but you can spin stuff out. I can get a dex and intelligence in place of... I've got a lot of decks, so I can do it in place of a deck, which is what I'll do. So I'll spend 2 more. to get a Dex and Intelligence again that goes in here. And then I could spend 2 more to do it again. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull that out as well. Where's the other Dex I got rid of? Was it that one? And then spend the other. So let's make sure the count's right, and I should have 28 cards still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. Perfect. 28, 29, 30, 31. My deck size is 31. This goes off to the side. And then I reshuffle. And that's kind of what you do with it. It's a deck builder. I mean, usually with deck builders, I guess that you're building it in the end, but usually with deck builders, you just kind of put those, you organize the deck in the way that works best for you, and then you fight with it. So you can go weapon heavy on there, but then if you don't have the stamina, which are those other symbols, to fight against it, your weapons are useless, right? So you want to go with something that's got a little bit more pep to it. Right. Blend them in together. Come on, blend. Do it. Blend it up. All right. So then we draw up to our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we got. Then, ooh, we've got some good stuff. I'm gonna keep this. So we've got 2 decks, a Dex and Intelligence, Strength, the S-Talk, which we can use, and some nice armor, which we can use to actually block damage instead of losing health. So, I'm gonna put myself back here because I was at the bonfire. I get my backlash back. So yeah, once you beat the another thing to keep in mind, once you beat the creatures at the location, you don't get your abilities back. You don't get your abilities back until you get back to the bonfire. So they've respawned, and we want to see what this creature is because it is Dark Souls Sundays, and Dark Souls isn't Dark Souls without a boss to fight. So, but do I want to fight 2 new creatures, or do I want to see what's down here? You want to see what's down here. You want to see what's down there. So I'm going to come down here and go that route. I'm going to draw. Oh. Are you? Oh. Wrong card. I should have been drawing this. Oh, I'm so crazy. So this is the Dark Hollow. So for 1 player, there's 1 treasure, and there's 1 creature there. All right. So the Dark Hollow will go here. And we saw that creature, which was here. Yep. I don't want to cheat it, so let's do this. Is this right? Oh, yes, this is right. He is from the 3rd expansion. So it's a Rupturing Hollow that's here. See that symbol right there? That's AoE. That's Area of Effect. So he hits for 4, he's got 2 health and 1 shield, and he's got this thing called Belly Flop. A character attacked by this enemy may discard 1 dex to prevent the damage. I've got a lot of decks, so this can work. So, go ahead and get us back down to the table. He goes here, and basically when he comes out, he AoEs the entire front row. So I'm in the front row, he hits me. A character attacked by this enemy may discard a dex to prevent damage. I got that to lose. So I'll lose the dex, not get hurt by him. And then it's my turn, so I draw. I get it. Oh, look at that, another dex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this, and another random card to hit him for 2, which will just take him to 1 health. I can backstab him 2 to make it 3. He'd block 1, and then I kill him. Perfect. So I'll spend these 2 and this 1 to do 2 damage to him. Right? He's got 2 health, but he's got 1 shield. So I do 2 damage to him. He's weak against heavy, not me. So he blocks one, but I hit him for the other, and then I'm going to use my backstab ability to cut through and hit him and kill him. And he's dead. Dude, why couldn't this be like the first guy that I fought? So 4 souls goes on him and 1 treasure underneath that I can't see yet. That 4 souls. And we won! Huzzah! So now we're going to go on to encounter number 2. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle that up. We fight. We win! And we shuffle this up to make sure that it's all mixed. Let's see if there's any environmental problems here. Oh, and I draw back up. And I say where I'm going to stand. I'm going dead center again. Always draw back up, and then say where you're going to position yourself before you play. Or else, you know, it's just going to be weird. It's a lot smaller deck because, you know, there's more level 1 encounters level 2. And we've got the Spine Rise Pass. So, for 1 player, 2 treasures here, but there's only 1 level 2 encounter. Now, level 2 encounters get harder. And remember that when we shuffled in an invader in level 2. And this is our attacker, the Fire Witch. She's weak against me. She's weak against precise, so I can cut right through that 2 shield and hit her for 2 if I can hit her, which I can. So she's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her really quick. So, but she's gonna hurt me. She's gonna hurt me first. So she goes, and if you go here, you see her symbol here. So she goes here, and she just basically does this Fire Witch strike that does AoE in these 2 columns, and she hits for 4. So I'm going to, I need to, just to kill her, I need these 2, so I can't lose those. So, and she hit me for 4. I'm going to lose the strength for 1. Let me put these over here so I don't confuse them. So, getting rid of that, I block 2, which is what my assassin armor does. Get rid of any block 2, and I get to keep it. So I block 2, so I've got 2 more to go. 1, 2. And then I draw back up, and it's my turn to kill her. So I'm going to move over here, and then I'm going to attack her with my S-Stock, doing the Dex to do 2 damage. It's precise, which cuts past her shield, and she dies. 6 souls. Get one of these big ones, which is 5, 6, and 2 treasure come my way. So now, I've got 3 treasures, 3 of them. I've got 10 souls, and I still got I've got half my deck. So I can go back to the bonfire, power up again, and then face this boss. If I die at this boss, this is the 4 souls and the first one that I got is safe. If I die, doesn't matter. But if I die at the boss, so these can go into my, let's make sure that we do this right. These go into my bank. They are safe forever. And that's how kind of Dark Souls, the card game, works, is that if you move to 1 encounter, you beat it, you get the treasure and the souls. If you go to the next encounter, you die, you lose it all. And this is not go back, get your body, and pick it up. No, it's gone. If you go to the next encounter and you beat that encounter, then the first encounter's loot is safe. It goes back to the bonfire and waits for you. But the second encounter stuff becomes, you know, a little suspect. So I can lose that. So I can go to the... I am going to the creature because you need to see that fight. But I can go to the boss. If he kills me, when he kills me, I will lose the 2 treasures and the 6 souls. So this is happening, right? I'm going to put myself back center. And we're going to the first boss. And that boss is the Smelter Demon. Let's take a look at yon Smelter Demon. That's him. He looks rough. He gives me 4 souls, 1 transposed treasure, random. For 1 player, he has 3 health. And you're like, oh, 3 health, Canje, you got this. No, 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 my friend. This card can never suffer more than 1 damage for any attack. So basically, I have to hit him 3. Oh, no, he's got a shield, too. So I have to at least hit him for 2, 3 times. and then, to make things better, it's not that, oh, I hit him for 3. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Canje, that's still easy. You've got what it takes. You've got everything you need. He heats up. So basically, I have to hit him 6 times to beat him. And he starts front. Well, he'll start from. So this is his ability deck, and this will tell me where he goes and how he attacks and how he moves. Now, knowing this madness, I'm gonna start back because I just know he's gonna like kill the front or something and make my life horrible. So we'll shuffle this up. And we're going to face the Smelter Demon. I hope anybody who loves Dark Souls is like, yeah, you're going to die. Like, no, I'm not. I'm going to live. I'm going to live forever. There we go. So those are his abilities. I'll put them right there. He goes first, like every other creature does. And he does the Blazing Slash. He's weak against heavy. It's worth 3 damage. He does, this is where he's going to move to, here. And then he's going to hit this area and push. But remember the rules of hitting, right? If no one's there to hit, it finds the next person who it can. And it's going to do push on it. So he's going to do 3 damage to me with push. So let's see how I'm going to take care of this problem. I am going to use the Assassin Armor. I'm going to pay a dex and discard it to dodge all damage. That's what that symbol means. So get rid of a dex and that, dodge all damage. So haha, take that. Draw back up. And it's all weapons. This is the perfect thing where it's like you can go weapons heavy, but it doesn't matter because, you know, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to discard the Kukris to inflict bleed on him. Now, you're going to say, oh, can he block it, Canje, because he has 1 shield? How I've ruled bleed in this playthrough, because it's not outlined in the book as to how it's worked, so how I've ruled it in the past is it's kind of like I cut into him and he's bleeding, so I've already bypassed that armor. So it's just something inflicted on him. So that goes down. Draw up. All right. His turn. He does a lunge attack, which for 4 damage, he's weak against heavy. And he's going to hit this area, but that doesn't matter to 1 player because he's going to hit me. I'm going to do this. And this to dodge all that damage again. I'm a dodging maniac. Now give me something I can hit him with. Perfect. Perfecto. That's 5. I need 1 more. 6. Another weapon. Really? Are you kidding me? So I'm going to discard the S-Stock with a dex to do 2 damage to him plus the bleed. Well, actually I should just do 1. Because it says this card can never suffer more than 1 damage from any attack. Next attack gains. So the bleed is wasted, sadly. So I'm going to get rid of this S-Stock with this dex to do 2 damage. That would have been 3, but he can only suffer 1 damage, so he only takes 1 for that. And I'll stay where I am. Then I draw back up. There we go. Alright. So his turn. He's going to AoE the front row for 4, and he's weak against precise. This is perfect. I cut through his shield. I can at least inflict 1 damage on him by cutting through his shield. So he's going to move here. As you can see him moving. Any character which does not dodge this attack suffers 1 damage at the start of their next activation. Oof. But he AoEs the front row. Cool thing about AoE is that if I'm not there, that's the only thing that doesn't hit me. So I'm in the back. He swung, he whiffed, and that's okay. And he's weak against precise, which means I cut through his shield. I'm going to get rid of a stamina and a dex to use my kukris to hit him for 1. And I can hit him for 1 because he's weak against precise. Oh no, this is skilled. Whoa, I need to do more than 1. I need to do... Nope. I gotta hit him with the S-Stock. And I can do... I'm not discarding it because these are probably all the weapons I've got left. So I can do this one, and a random this to hit him for 2. But remember, he's got a block shield. I hit him for 1. Then I draw back up to come on with the weapons. Okay. His turn. He's going, and that last one had push, you know, where you're like, oh, he hits here, but push. I was already in the back, so that push would never hit me. So he goes here, he moves over in this area. He's going to hit here and push this way, which is not cool. Not cool at all. So, and he's weak against skilled, which means my kukris can hurt him. So he's going to hit me for 3. I'm going to spend the stamina on my target shield. No, I'm not. Yeah, I need to. I need to get rid of this target shield and spend my stamina to dodge it. So I dodge his attack. And when I dodge his attack, he doesn't push because he didn't hit me. 1, 2. I got the Morian Blade. Alright, my good man. I'm going to come over here. And you're weak against skilled, so the Morian Blade works beautifully. I'm going to use the stamina and something else. I'm going to use a stamina. The kukris could give me a bleed. I'm going to hang on to these so I can inflict it on him next round, at least 1. So I'll use this and this. That's a deck. That's a dex to give him 2, so I can at least hit him with that. I need to use 1 more, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to hit him for 1. Actually, I'm going to cut him with the kukris, because I need that bleed for later. So I'm going to cut him with the kukris for 1, because he's weak against skilled. I bypass his armor. And it's like, oh, you won, you're doing straight. No. He heats up. And when he heats up, this is what happens. He gets this new ability. He goes back to 3 health, and he gets this new ability called Ferocious Flesh. And this ability says, this card can never suffer more than 1 damage for any attack. In addition, any character that ends an activation in the same column as this card suffers 1 damage. So I've got to hit him, and then not. And then, you know, yeah. So he goes. He's weak against precise. He'll move here. And he's going to AoE the center, but I'm not there. Wind up. The target of this card may spend 1 dex or 3 any to avoid this attack. But, doesn't matter. I'm not in that area. I need to draw 2. 4, 5, 6. Sweet. Alright, so... he's weak against precise, so he's here. Okay. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to hit him. Let's see how we can make this work. I'm going to hit him with this and this for 2 damage. And I have to discard this S-Stock now. So for 2 damage, I hit him. He blocks, he takes 1. Alright, doing this the proper way. 2. And I'm going to lose automatically. So I'm out of cards. If he hits me next, I lose. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to beat him, but at least you get to see a good fight. I almost beat him. So then his turn, he's going to move here. He's going to AoE here and become weak against magical. He was weak against precise. Oh, he was weak against precise, but he can only suffer 1 damage. So now it's my turn, so he doesn't hit me. I'm going to... next attack against the card gains +1 damage. Man, if it was poison, I could have killed him. I was so close. I was so close. So these are the points where I said that the 2 and 3 players can work, because if someone picked the healer, I can grab some cards from under here and get it back in my health pool, and then we could kill him. So it just looks like it's not working out that way. I am going to discard this card to inflict bleed on him. And that's it. And then I go to draw back. Well, it's his turn. But I go to draw back up and I can't, so I die. And his one, he would have come here and AoE'd the front. He wouldn't have hit me. So I would have lived, but I have no more cards to draw. So I die. Close, though. Very, very, very close. Very close to beating him. But you got to see the Smelter Demon. I could have beat him if... yeah, well. So he's out. So I lose the 6 souls. And I lose these 2 treasures. So I'm going to put these at the bottom of the deck. We're not going to look. We won't look. We won't look. I don't want it to hurt. But we're back at the bonfire. And we had 31 cards. Now we get a 2 soul stamina card for free. And I'm going for this, of course. But we get 34 cards, so we get 3 cards. I've got 4 souls here, and a treasure, which is, oh, perfect. Look at that, leather armor. All I need to do is get rid of 2 to dodge. So that is awesome. So we want to get the leather armor as soon as possible. So that's 1, 2. Remember 31, so there's 1 more. So we're going to buy 1 more. We're all about the dex and the intelligence. So we're going to spend 2 to get another one of those. And then we're going to go milling again for the other 2. Let's see. We can get rid of something that... That's 3 damage. That's pretty. This Cordian Great Knife is awesome. I'll say... I'm going to ditch a strength for another one of those. So this will come over here. And then these are the 3 that I'm putting in here. And let's shuffle it up. Let's do it pretty good so we get a good breakup and variant. Because, you know, nothing's worse than drawing nothing but weapons. It just hurts. It hurts deeply, I gotta tell you. Because you're like, oh, I could take you out if only I could do something. And so you're like, well, you can't, so deal. And what you can do is you can discard cards down. So you can say, okay, well, I've got nothing but weapons. I'm going to discard this one and redraw it, just so you can just lose health just to gain something that could be helpful. Now we're back at the bonfire. So you got to see the Smelter Demon. We're going the other side now. So you're going to get to see a level 3 and a level 2 encounter. I'm going to go level 2 first because somewhere in there is the invader. So we'll see if we can pull the invader out in that one or an environmental effect. So we can see what that looks like. As you can see, the deck size is growing, so I get a little bit more survivability. Not too much more, but just a little bit. So it's not too bad. So I gotta get a good shuffle on these, because, man, dex and intelligence, the assassin isn't so bad. I could have beat that Smelter Demon, and I guarantee that... Wait, let's flip this back over because we're at the bonfire. Start up front again. I guarantee that anyone who plays the Seekers of Humanity and is able to get to him with a healer and 2 others, you'll be able to take him out. I could beat him. I know I can. But we're not going back there. That's not... You know, I'll go back there later on a different playthrough. But we'll, we want to see what this other creature is. Who is he? Who are we? Why are we here? These are questions little Sebastian didn't have to answer. So let's see how. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, okay. Pretty decent spread. It's a decent spread. So I got 2 target shields. I've got some kukris, and I've got some good stuff that makes them work. So we can make this work. All right, so we're going to the level 2 area over here, which is, oh, and it's got traps on it. So level 1, 2 treasures, 1 level 2 encounter, and 2 traps. Uncool, but it is what it is. So now we get to see the second expansion coming with some traps. So we're gonna shuffle these up. And how you determine, so you're like, okay, it has 2 traps on it, but where do you put it? How does that work? I'll show you. What you do, after you shuffle them all up, get them all nice and dangerous-like, what you do is you draw from the first deck, the level 1 encounters, and where that monster would go is where the trap goes on your side. Where the monster would attack is where that trap goes. So this first one here, the monster would attack here, so that trap goes here face down. And then the second one, that monster would attack here, so it goes here face down. And that's how you place them. And they're face down, so if I have to stand on them because there's a monster that is, so these are the bottom of the deck. If there is a monster that is here and I gotta get to him, I gotta step on a trap because unless I'm ranged, right? At that point, it doesn't matter. So the Pyromancer, the Sorcerer, those type of things who can just stick around and nuke people from far, traps really don't bother them. However, environmental effects do because it makes it so that they can't do that. They have to move closer in the same column to do it. So to keep that in mind, it's like, oh, I'll just get a Pyromancer and never have to touch a trap. Not true, because when the environments come out through. And I fight 1 level 2 encounter, which is the Cathedral Knight. He's got 2 shield, which doesn't matter to me, and I'll tell you why. He's got 3 health and he hits for 3, because he's weak against precise. And I like precise. Precise is what the thief is all about. So he's going to go here, and he's going to hit and push. I'm in the front row, so he's going to hit me for 3. He's going to hit me for 3, but I'm going to say nah to that. I'm going to discard this target shield and this because of the ability to dodge it all. So I dodge it all, roll out of the way, he doesn't hit me. I draw 2 new cards. Oh, look at that. So he's got 3 health. If I had a strength, I would kill him, but I don't. So he's going to survive another round. He is going to survive another round, and I'm not happy about that one bit. So I can hit him for 2 damage for sure because this gets through his shield. Or I could bleed him. I could bleed him and then kill him next round. That's what I'll do. I'll bleed him and kill him next round. So I'll move over here. I will throw the kukris right at his face to bleed him. And then he dies next round. So then we draw another card, which is intelligence. He then goes and he attacks again. Last time I dodged, I need my target shield this time, so I'm not going to get rid of it. However, if I ditch an intelligence, I can block 2 damage, and then I get rid of this. Yep, I get rid of the stamina for the 3rd. So block 2, +1, 3. That's where that goes. Draw 2 cards, give me a strength. Give me a strength. Urgh. He's still weak against precise, but I don't have a strength to hurt him. That's where this hurts. Because if I had a strength, I can hit him for 2 plus the 1, keep the S-Stock, and kill him. Yeah, it's not going to work. I can't do anything. So he's going to go. He's going to attack for 3. I'm going to spend, because of the assassin armor I drew, right? I get, and this was a treasure that I found. I just get rid of a deck. If I do a dex, I dodge, which is what I've got here, and I've got to lose the armor. So I do that, dodge the attack, he doesn't hit me. Come on, strength, where are you? Man, not cool. Alright, so I got 2 of stocks. So I'm going to spend 1 and a dex here to hit him for 2. So I spend that, hit him for 2. He's weak against precise, so I bypass his armor. Plus the bleed, which is +1, so that's 3. Getting rid of those, he's dead. He dies. He gives me 6 souls and 2 treasures from the top of the deck. And that's not safe. But that's what's there. Draw back up too. Strength must be like at the bottom of the deck. So there we go. He died. Ta-da! Not really hard. Sorry if I hit that a little too hard there. So not too bad. Let's go to the boss. Let's see what we've got. We're going to the boss. He is the Old Iron King. There we go. This card can only suffer damage from 1 attack per player activation. So, interesting guy. He's got 10 health against me. If you're playing him with 2 players, it's 12, 3 players, 15, 4 players, 18 health, and he's got 2 shield. So, he says that he can only be hit by 1 attack per player from 1 attack per player activation. Ooh, this is cruel. It's cruel because what he does is, if you're 3 player, only 1 person can hit him per player activation. But since I'm solo player, and because I'm facing the boss, these traps that you didn't get to see because I didn't have to fight them, goes underneath here in the murky roots, and they come back out later. So I'm gonna go here. And I still have my 1 ability to cut through his stuff and kill him. So I can hit him all I want, it doesn't matter. But as you add more people to the game, only 1 person can hit him. And he's got 2 shield. So let's hope he's weak against something that I can cut through. If he's like heavy all the way, I don't think I'm going to beat this guy and I'm going to die. So shuffle that up. Shuffle. Alright. Alright. Let's fight this. Let's fight the Old Iron King. So let's see. Hey, look, and that's it. He doesn't heat up. See? So once I hit him for 10, he's dead. What's funky though is like I don't get a prize for killing him. I get the prize in that I kill him. So I don't get a transposed treasure for beating him. I just fight him. So, oh look, he hits me perfectly. Oh my gosh. He moves here, he hits here, which he does, and it says, after this card is flipped, before resolving it, any character may spend 2 of any color to move. And this is evade. After this card is flipped, before resolving it, any character may spend 2 to move. And he does 5 damage. I can't lose 5. I've got to ditch 2. I'm going to ditch these 2 to move. Actually, it doesn't matter. I just thought about it. Even if I moved here, he still would have hit me. So it doesn't matter. That's usually for... So let me tell you why that happened. I might be like, well, it doesn't matter, you're going to get hit. In 1 player, you will get hit, and that's fine. But in 2 player, if the knight is here, and the assassin's here, the knight's aggro is 10, the assassin's is 8, you can be like, okay, I don't want to get hit, so do you mind taking that hit from me? Oh yeah, I got a shield, I can knock off all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 of any, shift this way, so that it hits, no one's there, and then it would hit the person with the highest aggro, which is the knight. Does that make sense? So it shouldn't be too bad for you to go through. So I'm going to take that hit anyway, so I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to spend 1 intelligence on to hold on to my target shield to block 2 of that, and then I suffer from 1, 2, 3 damage. So now it's my turn. I got to draw back up. Hey, is he weak against anything? No, he is not. But you are in the place where I care about. So I'm going to move up 1 here, and I'm going to attack you with the only thing I can, the stock. So I'm going to do these 2, and an extra one to do He would block it. He would block it if I did that. Because it would be 2 damage, but he's got 2 shield. I can't even cut through this thing. No wonder they made him not be able to heat up. What to do? I would have to lose that stock to be able to cut through, and I think that's what I have to do. But it would mean losing 4 cards to cut through to just give him 1 damage. That's not worth it. Yeah, nothing I could do. Actually, I could flip this to backstab and give him 1 damage. Remember the backstab ability. It says, flip this card over to inflict 1 damage to an enemy card in the same column. This damage ignores the target's defense. So I'll hit him for 1. There we go. I hit him once. His turn. He moves here and AoE's this area, but I don't care, I'm not there. But he's weak against precise, and he's weak against skilled. So I don't get hit by that, but I can hurt him because this is skilled. So I can get rid of these 3 to do 2 damage to him and hold on to this card. He'll cut through his shield, so I'll get rid of these 3 to do 2 damage to him. So that's 3, so 7 to go. And then I draw 3. Okay. His turn. He's going to move up here. He's weak against magical and heavy. And he's going to hit me for 4. I'm going to spend this and this to dodge it. Do the dodge because I'm using the intelligence on there. So I dodge his attack. Garrett, get out of here, guy. Draw 2. Oh yes, the Corvin Great Knife is out. Okay, he's weak against magical. I don't have 2. If I had 2 intelligence, I could cut him for 3, which would do 1 damage, but I don't, so can't do anything. But I'll move. I'm gonna move back. And it's a good thing I did. He moves back and he AoE's the front row for 3. I'm not there, so take that, jerk face jerk. But he's weak against skilled, and I don't have any skilled cards. I'm gonna get rid of 1 stamina. Draw. Ugh, that was the worst. His turn. He is going to move here and AoE these 2 for 5, and it says I can spend 2 of any to move before this happens. So the Scorching Blast he fires, I'm definitely doing that. And I'll get rid of... I need this to hit. But not right now. Yep, I'll get rid of these 2. Yeah, I'll get rid of these 2 to move this way. It says AoE Blast. I evade out of the way. He misses. Draw back up 2. I got the black leather armor, which gives me a dodge. That's a full-on dodge, too. That's awesome. That's awesome. That should have come up earlier in here. And my turn, I'm going to move back to center because I can't hit him for anything. Wait, no, yes I can. Yes I can. I'll move up. I'll do intelligence dex to do 3 damage to him and hold on. He blocks 2 of them. No, I won't do that. I'll wait. Because this is health we're talking about. I'm going to wait until he's weak against precise again, and then I'll hit him for 3. So, nothing to do. I was here, so I'm going to move back here. He AoE's the entire back row, but he's weak against precise. So, he moves... He moves here. And he AoE's the back row for 3 damage. Do any and an intelligence to dodge. Boom, black leather armor. Dodged. I do not take that damage. What? Yes. He's weak against precise though, so I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to hit him for with this guy, with this, this, and this, to do 3 damage to him. 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. 4 more to go. 2, 3. He's going to move here and hit me for 6. If I spend 2, I can dodge it. 1. Coming down to the end game, that's why, because I got 2 cards left. Alright. My turn, I'm going to move 1 here. I'm going to throw the kukris at him. Inflict him with a bleed. And I can't draw up, so I die, but let's see what happens. So then he moves here. AoEs. I can lose 2 to save, but it doesn't matter. And I die. But I was so close. That was actually pretty fun. I was very close to beating him. Well, not as close as the other one, but those are those 2. I die. I go back here to the bonfire. I lose the 6 souls and the 2 treasure that I would have gotten. So these go at the bottom. And we bump this up so my deck size goes up to 37, so I get 3 more cards. So I get a 5 soul card, which I'm grabbing this one. So that's 1. And then I'm grabbing my 2 decks, which is 2, 3. So 37. That was actually pretty fun. That was a good fight. And I rest back at the bonfire. So we're going to go to the level 3 encounter so you can see that one. And then if I do that, I'm probably going to go back to the Ash Gardens. Actually, no, I'll probably go to the Dark Hollow, Sunrise Pass, and then back to the other boss. But you've seen both bosses, which was the Smelter Demon and the Old Iron King. And those were the last 2 in the Seekers of Humanity expansion. The other side was the last giant and the Pursuer. So the Pursuer ripped me a new one. The last giant, I think because I had suffered so much before I got to him, it just hurt. It just hurt. So let's go ahead and finish this lovely Dark Souls Sun. Alright, so we're going to move to the 3rd level encounter. You can see that. And let's see if we get an invader this time. That would be cool. So you can actually, for those who didn't, if you want to see an invader rip me a new one, watch last Sunday's playthrough, and you'll see why. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got Dex. No, this isn't going to work. Mulligan. And what that means is we put the cards back in, reshuffle, and start anew. And that's, you can only do one per bonfire rest, and that is it. Really good. I don't know how to keep this stuff in my head, right? I mean, it's definitely how that goes, but this one, so just shuffle in there. Good shuffling. But so far, I mean, this game's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. I think that's the thing. If you're gonna play this game, you're gonna enjoy it immensely. It's gonna be just so great. 2 to 3 player. A lot of communication needs to happen. This is not one of those ones where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna look, I'm gonna think, give me a second, and I'll solve out something to do. You have to communicate, or else you will lose hard. Even when selecting your characters that you're gonna play, you gotta communicate. If I'm going for ranged, okay, well, then I need something that's gonna protect you, like the Pyromancer. The Pyromancer doesn't have a lot of, I mean, each one has 28 health, but his aggro is not the best. So you might want to pick someone who has really good aggro to offset him getting hurt. Or you can just pick the Pyromancer and the Sorcerer and you just go to town nuking everything from orbit. However, you'll run into a case where you need each other still and you need to talk about, okay, well, you're going to be the Sorcerer. You can make attacks magical. I can make attacks magical and have +2 damage. But that means nothing, right? There are bosses who are not weak against magical. They're weak against heavy. Both of you then have to worry about dealing with their shields. So that's why you wouldn't go, you know, you're like, well, I'd go range, Canje, and not have to worry about moving around. Well, that's all fine and all unless you get the card draw to be able to bypass some of these creatures' armor, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, Kukri's, Dex. Yeah, this will work. This will work fantastically. Alright. Level 3. So let's shuffle that up. It was already shuffled up because I put a creature in there. That's right. So, Cemetery of Ash. 1 level 1, 1 level 2, and 3 treasures at the Cemetery of Ash. That's where we are. So, 1 level 1, who is the Arithilian Slave Assassin. This card cannot be attacked while there are non-invisible enemies in play. So he just gets to hit me for free. I can kill him. But he hits me for 3, and I can kill him very easily. But as long as there is a creature in play, and he's level 1, and then the other one's a level 2. The Hedge Knight Swordsman. He's also weak against precise. Hedge Alloy. This card can never suffer more than 1 damage from any attack. Are you kidding me? Wow, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to kill them and then go back to the bonfire for sure. So, he's got 2 health, 2 shield, weak against precise. 1 health, 1 shield, hits for 3, hits for 4. They're both weak against precise. Which this will do. This card may never suffer more than 1 damage from any attack. So it takes me 2 rounds to kill him. But I have to kill him before I kill him. So I'm going 3 rounds against these creatures. This is going to hurt. Alright, let's do this. So I'm getting hit for 7. First, I'm getting hit for 4. I have no dodge or anything that's happening here. I need this, and this to be able to do stuff. I can inflict bleed on him and kill him, actually. So I can kill him in 2 rounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he hits me for 3. 1, 2, 3. That really hurt. So let's get the cutting. So this one does. So let me hit him with the Kukris first. Inflict bleed. And then I'm gonna kill him with that. Wait, it can't inflict more than... Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Because I can still only do 1 damage to it. So I'm going to get rid of this Dex and hit him for 2. 1 damage from any attack. So I'm going to hit him for 2. He only takes 1 damage. It goes through because it's the S-Stock. And then I'm going to flip Backstab and hit him again and kill him. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Can never suffer more than 1 damage from any attack. So Backstab came through and did the other damage. So 1 was the attack. The next one... Actually, I can't do that either. He's going to... Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can, because it's my ability. So I do Backstab, which bypasses his armor to hit him again and kill him. He's dead. 5, 6, 7. He pops up. I'm going to move over here. So I draw up 1, 2. He hits me for 3. 1, 2, 3. My turn. So I'm going to draw 2. To get back up, I'm going to use this guy to buy the Corvin Great Knife that does 3 damage, bypasses his shield. I'm going to hit him for Intelligence, Dex. Dead. And I get 3 treasures for my troubles. 1, 2, 3. And that ends that. fight. I'm going back to the bonfire, and then we're going to go fight this guy one more time. I want to beat him. I really do. So back at the bonfire. Final time at the bonfire. Cooled ashes. I get 1 transposed treasure, and I don't get any more souls or anything. So transposed treasure is this, right? And let's shuffle this up. Somewhere in this deck is the greatest card you will ever want to get. Do you understand? The greatest card. It is called the Gargoyle Shield. Let me tell you about this beautiful Gargoyle Shield card. I had it once. I think it was in playthrough number 2, because it's part of the Forgotten Paths expansion. No, it's part of the base game expansion. What this Gargoyle Shield does is you can ditch any card and you dodge. It's in this deck. I want it. Because if I get that, yeah, that boss is through. Smelter Demon. I will Smelter Demonify you or whatever. Alright, so I get 1, and we are so doing this. My deck size goes up to 42, so it was 37. I get 3 more cards, plus the 3 treasures I've got here that I haven't even looked at yet. So let's see what happens. Then I get to get some souls and buy some stuff. All right, what do we get? What do we get? Demon's Great Hammer, something I do not care about because it uses 2 strength and 1 faith to do 3 damage and inflict stagger. And what stagger does is the next time a creature attacks, it suffers 1 damage. So when a creature attacks me, it would suffer. And you'd be like, oh, Canje, man, that's great. You should keep this card. I don't deal in strength or faith. This card is pointless to me. So I can't do anything with it. My hope is in these 3 that I got. So let's take a look at them. We've got the Oni Slayer Great Bow, which does strength and dex. This is a pretty cool bow. It does, if I discard it and do it, I do 4 damage, or I do 3 damage with it. But it's strength, dex. It could work. We've got an Ember. Ember is great. I've been looking for these cards because you want to know why? It increases, when it says here, while this card is in your deck, you gain +3 max deck size. So instead of having 40, I'll have 43. This is going for sure. And then we've got Fire Orb. Fire Orb is the AoE of, this is the sorcerer thing that they dream of, right? You spend intelligence and faith, and you AoE this way, or this way, basing on how you want to use it. And these are pretty strong stuff. However, I know the Ember is one thing I'm putting in my hand. Of my 40, which this was 37, right? I had 37 in my hand, and we'll put these back together. So this is 37. This one makes it 43. So 37. So it's basically I would get 3 more. Instead, I get 5 more. So I got 5 more I could put in my hand. This one may work for a range thing, and this flips back over, but I'm also getting souls. So let's deal with that. So I got a 5er. I could buy a bunch of ores. I can buy like 2, let's say 2, 4. With these 2, I could buy 3 ores, or I could buy 1 and. I can get my strength 1 back for the 5, so actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do, because I get 5 cards, I could do 1, 2, 3, which would be that. 4, actually, I would do 4, which would be that. 5. And I would hope to goodness this great bow works for me. There we go. So that's my hand. Get this back. We've used all that. And no, you can't say, okay, well, I'll sell these things for souls so I can buy something else. What you have is what you have. So this is the finale. I am at here. I'm going to go to the Ash Gardens to fight 2 level 1 creatures. And then I'm going to fight that Smelter Demon one more time. We're going to have words, him and I. We are going to have lots and lots of words. So, let's see how this stuff goes. Okay, so do a new color. Together. Alright, and because this is the final fight between me and because I'm at the 5th, the cooled ashes of the bonfire, I can't get souls or treasure from anyone, and it says so on the card. It says last chance. Players do not gain souls or treasure from encounters. So I just kill them, keep going. That's the plan. Okay. So let's see what here. Shuffle these up. Shuffle those up. Shuffle them up. I got one final mulligan I could do. And then we're off to the races. We're going through the Ash Gardens. But you got to see traps, which is good. So that's the Forgotten Paths. You didn't get to see an invader. And I'm not going through the Sunrise Pass. But we're going to go here. We're going to get a level 1 encounter. I'm staying dead center. This is him, the Falchion Skeleton. You can see he hits for 2. He's got 1 shield, 1 health. And he said, reanimate. The first time each encounter this card is killed, it is not removed from an encounter and gains its full HP. So I got to beat him twice, basically, is what's happening. He's going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do I get? Good mix. This is a good mix. So I can kill him twice. I can do that. So he goes first, right? He always does. He hits me for 2. I will ditch these 2 to dodge it and hold on to my black armor. So dodged. My turn. I move over. I'm going to spend 1, 2, and 1 more. Actually, no. I'm just going to spend this to do 2 damage to him. So 1 dex here, 2 damage. He blocks with 1, but he hits with the other, so he would die. But remember his reanimate ability. He dies, and then he dies, and then he comes back. And okay, he comes back. That was a weird sound. So he's back again. So he then attacks me again for 2. This time I got my target shield. I spend 1 intelligence, block 2, so doesn't matter. I draw 1. Dex and S-Stock again to kill him. He's dead. He dies. We go to this guy. Alright, mister. Where are you? Smelter Demon. Let's see. Sorry about that. That is my phone ringing, sadly, in the background. Alright, there we go. We got rid of that, because that was a weird noise. Probably jarring. So, Smelter Demon. Smelter Demon comes down. Remember, I can only take 1 off of him at a time. We'll shuffle up what he's got, and I'll say where I'll stand. And I'm going to stand back here. So, for sure, I'm going to hit him for 1 to start. I'm saving that backstab just in case. Alright. Shuffle it up. Up. Ooh, that went flying. Yeah, sorry about that noise. That was my phone. Google loves to ring it at the most unopportune times. He moves here. He AoEs this way, but I'm not there with his double horizontal slash. So, haha to you. I can only hit him for 1. So I need to be hitting him each time. So I'm going to move over here and flip backstab to hit him once. Then his turn. He's going to move over here. He's going to try to hit me for 3. I'm going to get rid of stamina and this to do a dodge action with the black leather to dodge his attack, so no push from you, my good man. But I draw 2 up. Come on, give me what I need. Give me what I need. I've got 2 decks. Yes, I've got 2 decks and a strength. 2 decks and a strength for the Oni Slayer Great Bow, which he's weak against skilled, which would bypass his armor, but I could only hit him for 1. So I just peg him 1 good time with that. He suffers 1 damage. Alright. So then his turn. He's going to move here. And then AoE the center. I'm not there, and you're still weak against skilled. So what do I need? I need these 2, and I need a strength. Oh, that would have been beautiful. This one is any to block 2. This is a dodge. This... I can get rid of target shield, so I'm going to ditch the target shield. Okay. So his turn. He's going to stay here and AoE the front. Doesn't matter. Not going to hit me. So, what am I going to do? I just need 1 strength and I can hit him. That's all I need. 1 strength. I'm going to move here. He's going to go again. He's going to move here. He's weak against heavy. He's going to hit me for 4. So I am going to ditch the assassin armor to dodge. Get 2. Come on. Oh. Okay. I can't do anything. He is going to come here. He's going to AoE this, and it says wind up. The target of this card may spend 1 dex or 3 random to avoid this attack. Spending 1 dex to avoid it. Draw up. Oh man. I'm burning cards because I don't have the strength I need. He's going to move here, AoE the front. There's nothing for me to deal with. I'm going to stay where I am. See, this is the hard part. This is the part where I don't want to lose anything, so I don't want to ditch cards to look for stuff. And actually, I might. That's what I'll do. I'll ditch this card to get it decked. So I don't want to, but I'm at the mercy of this. I'm just kind of humming around here, right? So he does a blazing slash and he moves here. And he's going to hit me and push, but I'm already at the back, so he's going to hit me for 3. I'm going to do this and this to dodge, to do a dodge with the black armor. 1, 2, come on. My turn. I'm going to throw the kukris in his face, inflict bleed. I just need a strength. That's all I need, or a weapon, something. So then we reshuffle and do it all over. I could have killed this guy by now. Give me 1 strength and I could do it. I can heat him up and then I could deal with him whatever happens. But I'm close. So we'll see how it goes. All right. His turn. He is going to move here, AoE the front. I'm not there. I need 2 dex and a strength. He's weak against magical on that one. I have this. If I ditch this black leather, so this blocks 2, this is a dodge. I'm going to get rid of target shield. Yes! Okay, so I'm going to spend this, this, and this Actually, I can't. Because I spent my turn to do that. But I'm going to inflict 1 damage and heat him up next. So he will do this and AoE me for 4. I'm going to spend this, which is a dex and an intelligence. All I need is an intelligence and another and a random, which is this, to dodge. I'll dodge that attack. And then it's my turn. I'm going to spend the strength and the 2 dex to hit him, plus the bleed. So it hits him for 1. That beat him. He heats up. This card can only suffer 1 damage if I'm in the same column with him. I still have my movement, so I'm going to move out of that space. His turn. He's going to move over here. He's going to attack for 4. Oh, I didn't draw 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to spend this and this to dodge, so he doesn't hit. Spend 1, 2. I think I might be out of strength. My turn. I'm going to move here. His turn. Going to move back here. He's going to do an attack on me for 3 with push. I'm going to spend this and this to dodge. 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this one's a draw card. Okay, I could do something with this. All right. So now it's my turn. I'm going to spend the dex and this S-Stock to hit him for 2, but it'll only hit him for 1. 2 more to go. 1, 2. 1 more dex and I can hit him from range. It doesn't matter where I'm. Oh, I would have to move into his space to do it. So I moved into his space to hit him with the S-Stock. Can't do anything else. He's up. Gonna move over here. He's weak against skilled, which he's gonna hit and push him all the way at the edge, but he's gonna hit for 3. I'll do, if I do this to dodge, I'll do this to dodge. Get rid of that. Yeah. And then I need to just do, moving here. Next attacking against the creature gains +1 damage. Agrees I can hold on to. All these are skilled. This one's not enough to hit him, and I'm not close enough to hit him anywhere else. So he's going to attack. If I spend a dex, I don't take the 5 hit. I move. What I do. Get it back. My turn. I'm going to up. Well, no, I'll hit him for 2 and inflict bleed. One gets through. It's a bleed. Can't draw. I needed 6. So if I had the backstab there, that would have been the perfect opportunity. I had him down to 1 health left. Wow. But I died. I couldn't draw up any more cards. That's a good combination. I probably needed a lot. I needed that extra strength in there. I probably should have gone for that. But the bow worked wonderfully when it did work. That I had him to the point where I inflicted bleed. All I had to do now was attack him just once, and I would have beat him. But that's how I go. But that's pretty much Dark Souls Sundays. I gave you the Smelter Demon and the Old Iron King. You got to see the traps, so let's take a look at the traps that were on there so you're like, hey, what's those traps? These traps would have been, get this off the board. So the first one is the Shattered Foot. This card enters the hand of the player that triggered it. It takes up the space of 1 of their 6. This card is not removed until the player spends 3 stamina to clear it, or the party rests at the bonfire. Awful trap. Strangling Vines. This card stays in the space until the end of the encounter. Any card which moves in or out of the space during its activation must discard one random to do so. So it stays in that space, and it becomes an environmental problem. So those were the two traps. I didn't set and trigger any one of them. Then we lost like 5 treasures. So let's take a look at those. We lost the Emit Force. So 1 intelligence, 1 faith. We'll do an AoE and push, and I get to keep it. Perfect for the Pyromancer or the Sorcerer. A Mace, Strength and Faith, and 1 random to do 2 and stagger. Remember, stagger means that they suffer 1 damage the next time they attack. This is perfect for the Herald, honestly. Next one, the Dragon Slayer Axe. Any 3 to do 3 damage, or any 1 to shield. That would have been really cool. That's 3. Worker Garb for Strength and Faith. Block 4 and keep it. Or this is really good for, that's a really good card. And then finally the Thrall Axe, which would have done some pretty decent damage, and or discard to block with it. So that would have been cool. And they've got other stuff, you know, Firestorm, which is great. That's just burn everything to death. And let me show you the one I was talking about. There it is. Look at this card. Spend anything just to dodge. It doesn't matter. Just dodge. Or if you don't have anything to spend, discard it and dodge. This is an OP card to have. If you get the, it's in the expansion Forgotten Paths. If you get a chance to find that card, hold on to it. Hold on to it. It is wonderful. All right, so let's get these back on here. And let's take it back up to the top and have a quick convo. All right, so you got to see Dark Souls. We played the base game. This is for the card game. You got to see the base game. You got to see Forgotten Paths, and you got to see Secrets of Humanity. So we fought all the bosses, so you can see what was in there. Unfortunately, I've beaten 2. I've beaten the Moonlight Butterfly, and I'll never forget that. And I beat one other. I can't remember who it was, but I remember the Moonlight Butterfly. I think that might have been the only one I beat, honestly. But I've gone through each each game or expansion comes with 4 bosses. So I've gone through 12 bosses for you, so that we can play them together and really see what they can do. And yeah, it's been fun. I mean, you didn't get to see invaders here, but if you want to see one, look at a previous playthrough. So this marks the end of Dark Souls Sundays. And even though that's sad, we're coming back, well, I'm coming back with something else to bring to the table for us to play. And what I'm bringing is Deep Madness. So I watched a movie called Underwater. It's not the greatest movie of all time. You're not going to watch it and be like, oh my gosh. But the thing is when I watched it, it reminded me of Deep Madness. And therefore, I wanted to play it. But I was already playing Dark Souls, I was playing Ghoul and Killforth, and I was playing Jaws of the Lion, which Jaws of the Lion is amazing. So I said, okay, once we finish Dark Souls Sundays, we have to find something new to play. This is a perfect time for it to come in. So I'm going to be playing the entire campaign of Deep Madness, not in one sitting. I'm not insane. You don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. So we're gonna do the entire campaign, because I got all of it from beginning to end, even with the expansions. That really ends the story. And we'll play, I'm gonna say about a campaign every Sunday, one scenario a Sunday. But if the scenarios go fast and we're really chopping through it, it might go up to 2 scenarios, right? That's kind of like what I do with Jaws of the Lion. I did scenarios 1 and 2, and then I did 3 and 4, so the next one's 5 and whatever comes next. So I'll do one scenario, we'll play one scenario, and if we beat that one scenario very quickly, we'll play the second scenario. If not, then we'll just play one scenario and we'll march through Deep Madness Sunday and go from there. But it's been fun. It's been awesome. Dark Souls, definitely, if you saw something on here that really interests you to get this game, I would say so. My thoughts and review of it are actually coming with a discussion that I had with Michael Kelly from One Stop Co-op Shop. So you'll see his podcast come out soon, and I kind of linked to it in the Facebook page and on Twitter to his post. So when he drops it, he'll let you know, and then you can see my full-on review of the game. But so far, it's been fun. I really want to play it again to keep beating the bosses, but I think it takes more than me. So if you're going to buy it, I would strongly suggest you get 2 to 3 players to play, and then you will really enjoy it and hopefully beat Smelter Demon, which I was 1 away from taking down. But it still should be good. I want to say thank you so much to my subscribers. Thank you to my patrons. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, because we get to play the game together and we get to have a really good time. I'm trying to get to 100 subs before I do like a Q&A or a chat or whatever. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, mash the subscribe button in the bottom and hit the bell just to get reminders on whichever games that are coming up. I've got Jaws of the Lion Tuesday, Jaws of the Lion Thursday, and then Deep Madness Sunday for next week. And we'll see where it goes from there. So I've enjoyed having you here at the table with me. It's always fun that we get to play the games together. Insert phrase of like, take care of yourself and whatnot. And all right, everybody, take care.